So we're just, I'm doing another testing run for the mod. Right now it's this complete. It's not that much, but I got the five main biomes. And I still don't know how to make this just be floating on top of this. You'll see in a second once I just do that. Right, the loading generation. Right. Game mode, creative. Okay, lag. I think that's going to be the side effect. Once you create a new world, you're going to be lagging a hot sec. Locate biome. Forbidden forest. There we go. Here's the forbidden forest. I don't know how. I don't know if it's good or not. It's my first mod as well. I'm trying to do a lot of complicated stuff, in which I shouldn't, but I do. Well, in which I should not do complicated stuff for the first mod, in which I am. Oh, found it. Yeah, it's like won't show my skin. Well, I don't know how to do it. I gotta put in pedestal. I don't know how you make it like float. As soon as I right click, which I am right now, it'll just make it float. Just like not like float like this. Just show its true. As I like just floating like in some pedestals mods that just makes the sword float. I don't know if you understand me, but okay then. Let's go to the other ones. Article freeze, which is the first one you gotta be looking at. You gotta find, which is the first. Article freeze biome is the first biome you should find. For this, a frozen one. Yep, that's the. Why doesn't it snow? I gotta fix that soon. Yeah, and there's supposed to be like a temple somewhere in this area, in which this is small. And yes, it was a lag. It could be like somewhere here, and it's only one per biome, so you might have to keep looking if you in multiplayer. But I think you could do like with the same temple, and make sure you have like a mod that's fast traveling, and also it's on Forge. So yeah, no fabric. I don't know how to do it. Well, yet. The next one you gotta find is the old ruins. There's no there's no achievement yet for going here. And yes, I'm trying to make it like. Why does the sky remind me of Terraria for odd reason? I might have to fix that, or else I'm just gonna get freaking destroyed. I don't know. I don't know if they are gonna destroy me. I just have to change the sky to something more non-greenish. Locate the biome. Save. Gotta go to amber. And yeah, this is the white area. This is for the white crystal. For the yellow one, you gotta go all the way to the amber desert. Oh. It's just like your typical, just like your typical desert, but yeah, it's red sandstone. I'm gonna see if I could try to, you know, put like, I don't know, custom-made cacti, or just some palm trees. I don't know. Might able to do that. Right, I should do Molten Mountains, which is supposed to be like a volcano-ish. Yeah, it's supposed to have like a volcano scenery. But this looks like in a horror movie, like, gosh dang. Yeah, I'm trying to make him like mountainous, like a literal volcano. And this, yes, in these four ones, except for like excluding the Forbidden Forest, is the one you're gonna find the dungeons. Well, the article freeze has already been made, but it looks really easy. But there's like, you know, bosses. Now, gotta find, yep, here's the crystals. Here's the first one, and here's the one that is going to be in this biome. Right in this biome. And I don't know how to make the particles red. Or like, you know, blue, white. Well, I mean, the end round one is going to still stay the same. And, you know, different particle effect as well. And yes, it is the same. It's the same, but just with different colors. You know? Anyways, I'm just gonna continue this. Now that I finished doing all this, you know, showing you the biomes, like for the said mod, not mob. Okay. I'm gonna show you the builds. Well, I mean, there's only like two. There's three. One of them is the sword shrine, and the other two is just the ones that have been made just today. That's been, you know, created today. Here's for the old ruins. These will just be scattered all over the place in the old ruins. As long as, like, you know, some ancient pillars of some sort. And yeah, it looks really easy. But, you know, a boss. And I'm trying to make the biome, the article freeze, have like a blizzard effect. Like, blizzardy. Just, you know, blizzards all around. And the only way you could damage the boss is by using the old sword. This. Only this. And as soon as you defeat it, you'll get a medallion. And you gotta fuse it with the sword. Well, I mean, I don't know how to upgrade it so you could, like, you know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, bosses. You defeat the boss, you get a medallion. You put the medallion, I mean, you grab the medallion, you grab the old sword, and you fuse them together via anvil. And it gives you a special power up to your old sword. And after you finish getting all the medallions, you gotta go back to the sword shrine. And yeah, yes, this is supposed to be what it looks like, but I don't know how to make it like a pedestal-ish, like, you know, in the ground, but not in the ground, but just floating, just off the ground by a little. And, you know, same effects goes there, but that's a bit special considering this a little special thing on the top. And put that back in, and there'll just be like 4 hollow just lights here, and it'll just flash, not like the slow flash on each pillar. And yes, these are the order, like first, second, third, and fourth. I was originally doing, like, you know, like I said, red and yellow, blue, white, red, and yellow, but, you know, it'll look like a staircase, so I don't want it to do that. So it's actually blue, white, yellow, red. So just do flash. It'll just do a normal flash here, like not like a fast, like, you know, like I said, slow and fade. Second, third, and fourth, and you get an achievement which I'm trying to make, which is called I mean, it's still a work in progress, the achievement, and I don't know how to restrict you from using the right click, like the right click button on, and, you know, you could left click to display it, and once you right click it, and, you know, well, I mean, once you get the achievement, like, you know, the work in progress one, then you're able to right click on the pedestal. And yes, it doesn't look like a pedestal, but I just wanted to make it a bit special. Just go up here, go back to the temple, you right click it, and yeah, I don't know how to do that yet. Like, you know, once you right click it with this specific item and on this specific block, it'll float. And once that happens, it'll just spin a bit more faster than usual. Well, not, okay, first it'll be standstill. Then it'll start spinning a bit, and a bit, you know, goes a bit faster. And up here, I'm trying to do like particles going down, and then just doing a rotation, and then hits the sword, and then it'll just keep doing this for just 2 seconds, and then the particles will fade, and then just, not like fade completely, like whole, just goes from the top, and then just disintegrates, and then goes into the sword. And like in Astral Sorcery, if anyone knows the mod, it'll have like this, in the mod itself, the Astral Sorcery, there's like a PNG or some sort, and I think they use green screen, or I don't know what's the coding, that makes a galaxy, that shows like a galaxy-ish spiral going this way. Or was it the other way? I don't know. I'm trying to do that, but just instead of on the ground, like on, like, halfway on this block. And yes, you could go through it, so you won't have to just jump, because that's going to make it more cramped. And once it does this little blast of light, and yes, it's going to be shown, just, you know, imagine just blast of light, but it won't hurt your eyes. So it's trying to make it like, not like a huge flash, like a camera flash, just slowly begins to intensify its strength on the light, and it'll just slowly fade. And voila, a new sword. Other than the old sword, it'll just be, and I think I got the name for the new sword that I'm about to make, Frost Sword. I know it's a bit boring, but yet, like I said, still a work in progress. I don't know the name yet. Once you get the first upgrade, you'll get an achievement, which I think I know the name of, but I'm trying to do it after you get the 4 medallions. I think it was called a Chili Expedition, and once you do that, and once you right click in mid-air, not on, well, I mean, you can still right click on the block, but the crystal will vanish, and this whole thing will just be in, well, I mean, never mind. The crystal is still going to be here, but just not powered anymore. Doesn't have any more power left. But if you want to have power regained on the crystal, you got to defeat the boss again. And how to beat the boss again if it's defeated the first time, I'm trying to get like a, I don't know, I think like a trial somewhere like in the, in the biome in which will reawaken the boss. And yes, you could do the trial again and again and again. Same area. It's still going to be in the same area in the biome. And good stuff. And you know, if you're in multiplayer and you're like 6 friends and there's not enough article freeze and you're just lazy to find it, to find more, yeah, there you go. And like I said, and once you right click and, or you know, right click and you have full health bar, like in Zelda, you just shoot a beam, not like, you don't have to do this. I mean, I'm left clicking, so you could just, I'm not trying to do like left click, you could do it anywhere, but it's going to be on a cooldown for like about a minute or so, because it's a bit overpowered, and this is 9 attack damage, a bit more powerful than Netherite, and the Frost one is about 12. So, and if the enemy is hit with the Frost beam from the said Frost sword, it'll freeze them for like about 20 seconds, which is enough time to just do like crits, like 2 crits or 3 with the Frost sword. And yes, the same applies with the rest of the bosses. You can't defeat them until you can't hurt them with any other weapons other than the old sword, but I don't know how to do that only for this specific weapon. And there is another weapon you can use. It's a bow, but that's like when you finish the mod. And yeah, that's going to be a pain in the back if you're trying to, like, scenario of like 6 players, and you can't find any more sword shrines to get like the old sword. Yeah, that's going to be a huge pain. Well, yeah, this is the build for the first dungeon. Trying to know how to do this specific trigger. Yeah, there is a trigger here. When right click on the block, I don't know how to do that. So that's going to be a bit of a problem. Like, right click it and it'll just float a bit, and then it'll do like that, like what I said, spin. The particles go down, go into the blade. Oh, I forgot to mention. I only thought this was like, I only thought it would work on like on the drawing, because I did a drawing on how it's supposed to look like. You place it down, and it'll just be right side up, and then it'll just keep spinning. The crystal the sword will absorb the particle coming down from the crystal, and then as soon as that flash of light, the slow flash and slowly fading, it'll just go 180, holding like 180. So you could just grab it by the hilt, and you could just, well, grab it by the handle, and you'll be getting your sword. Yes, it's a nice little mix of Zelda and just basically any type of like magics, well, any magic thing. Yeah, pedestal, sword, 2 crystals that are in the game. The rest are here. Yeah, there are those 2 crystals. Yeah, these are and here's the blue crystal. There's the old sword, which is originally called gold sword. The red crystal, the sword placement, aka the pedestal. The white crystal and the yellow. So there's the 4 crystals. Here's those. I'm trying to put like 4 bosses, which drops the medallions. And I'm not but it seems a bit too easy getting to the going back and get the crystal. So I'm trying to do like a sort of like prove you're worthy to the crystal. Like if you're to prove that you're worthy enough to even have the old sword upgraded to the frost sword, and vice versa. So I'm trying to do like a little puzzle, like, I don't know, just a puzzle that you can't even enter without through any normal circumstances, unless you get the you know, the set enchantment when you place the sword back in here, and then there'll be like a open dungeon in which you gotta prove your worth by going in, solve some puzzles, defeat a boss in which you gotta use all your knowledge on like PvP, which is, well, for this one to prove your worth, you gotta fight yourself, aka shadow version of yourself. And yet another Zelda reference. And as soon as you finish that, I thinking of doing like this little message over here saying you've proven your worth. You have proven your worth to the crystal. Head back and place it on the pedestal. That will it will still be here, but you can only left click it until you get the achievement. And no, you can't do it until you get another achievement for this specific placement over here. So you could just right click it and, you know, all that good stuff. And this is getting a bit too confusing. I'm getting confused as well. So yeah, this is going way too long. This is going a bit too long. So I'm gonna end it off right here. And if anyone knows how to do like a coding or some sort in MCreator, I don't know how to do like a coding and then transport over here to do this. Like as soon as you right click it, it will not like float like this. It'll just float just above it, and it'll just float there. If you left click, once you get the achievement, you know, the 4 lights here, you could right click and it'll just won't do anything other than like show little flashes of particles just going this way. But it won't do anything. It'll just show you like a little hint. And you know, just go to the first temple that you completed, do right click, and you know, particles down here, and the sword will spin fast, and you know, spiral here, and then just a nice slow flash of light, and you know, ruins for the old ruins that you saw. So yeah, I'm go now. It's literally it's about to be 23 minutes of this recording. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. And like I said, if anyone knows what type of coding I should, you know, what type of triggers works for, like, you know, right clicking that and left clicking, and you know, goes with the rest of the swords as well, and you know, coding for that particle, you could comment down, you know, below. I'll be happy. No, really, I will be happy about that. If not, if no one knows, then that's alright. That's alright. I know. Most people don't know how to do that, and I don't think they even added like a trigger that just place it down like a pedestal. Lish. And I wonder when will they do that. Anyways, yeah, this is going way too long. I'm gonna end it right now. Later.